Hi guys, welcome to the Original Gamers UK. Yes, we've just had some Final Fantasy 15 news on the Square Enix Active Time report. So I'm just going to get straight into it. We have seen the first set of magic spells. So Noctis does his fire spell, and what's really cool about it is it's like he throws a grenade. So it's not an actual item that you buy, like just the way it looks like it's cast is he throws a grenade, and rather than it homing in on a single enemy, it actually attacks like a whole radius. What I found really unique is I've got some notes here, is when you throw it, depending on where it's thrown, if things are flammable, it can become more explosive, and also with the weather. So for example, if he throws it and there's like an area of grass or there's oil around, you'll get like a huge explosion, or the grass will become more and more engulfed and it can keep spreading. And I just thought that idea is really cool. And then similarly, if you have like blizzard and you're throwing it when it's raining, it becomes more powerful and it can like freeze enemies easier. And I thought that idea was really cool. And so they seem to be having a big thing on the weather and the spells and the nature side of it, and I thought that was just a really good idea. Okay, and then they go into Niflheim, so the Empire of Niflheim, and it's very much a mechanical place with mechanized troops, mechanized robots, compared to Lucius or wherever Noctis is from. So that's where he's from, it's from Lucius. They've got the last crystal, so they fight more with magical attacks against the Niflheim Empire that is more mechanical based and technology based. And Niflheim is spreading throughout the land, and Lucius is like the last bastion of hope. And then it went into this leadership hierarchy of Niflheim. So Idolus is the emperor of the Niflheim. I'm trying to remember, if you, in one of the trailers, there's an image of Noctis' dad, and then there's like the diamonds, all the crystals shards are like in the air and they're like attacking each other, and it's a still, and the one he's looking at is quite elderly. That's Idolus, so that's, if that rings a bell. And then beneath him you've got Arden, who's really important to the main storyline, and this is the one who from a trailer I remember the most. He's kind of like got this this unique hat and like an umbrella, and he just looks really, really unique. And they said that he's going to be, like, out of these characters I'm mentioning, the most influential in the storyline. And he does look kind of I can just imagine him being really strange, unique, kind of like similar to Kefka from Final Fantasy VI. That's kind of vibe I'm getting for him. Okay, then General Glauca, in like full metallic armour. He's the general of the Niflheim army. So he looks, I think that's the first time we ever saw him, was from this X-Time report. And then Vestal, something like that. I can't quite remember what his name was. They didn't really go on to him too much, but he's basically behind the research of Niflheim, and I think he develops the troops. And then the one that most people wanted to see was a woman called Aranea Highwind, or the Dragoon. So they show this bit of they show this combat trailer, and anyway she comes in at the end. So similar to Glauca, she's in like full armour, but on a faceplate you can kind of see through to her face. And I think eventually there's gonna be like a storyline with her, because they made it sound like she's quite an important storyline, and they want it to be quite a big role in it. Yeah, so with that combat trailer they showed, it's in the Niflheim base, and it's like a stealth section, and there was improvements to the camera. They've changed the HUD or the user interface. I can tell a big difference, because before in the demo, like the bottom left, if I remember rightly, all the writing was fairly small for the different like attack, defend, etc. when you had weapons, whereas now it's got like icons, so they're all circular, it'll have your weapon for each area of the D-pad. So that looked kind of sweet. Yeah, so anyway, they're going through the base, they're sneaking around because there's like tons of big mechanical robots and tons of troops. And then what's really cool is I think you're like on this platform and you're looking down, and then you can stealth kill troops by doing your blade warp. So not just throws his sword and he goes right down and like gets them in the back. The music also, because I mentioned this before, obviously Final Fantasy music is known for how incredible it is, and they pay a lot of attention to detail with music. Whereas the music in the demo it was more environment noises, background music, and even like the trailer music that I've heard before, it's nothing special. Whereas I thought in this stealth section, I really liked it. I thought it was really good. So that was a hope for me. That's just a personal thing on my part. Then it showed Noctis, who gets on like a turret and starts gunning down all these troops. And the last kind of thing they showed from that area was, I mentioned earlier with the fire spell. Okay, so there's like this big robot that Noctis has been fighting against, and I think oil comes out of the robot when you've been attacking it. And they're saying there's different ways to go about it. That obviously shows its weakness. But with what I mentioned about the fire spell, you can throw the fire spell at the oil and it ignites, and obviously the radius is just huge. And yeah, so that was awesome. And then conjure weapons. This is a thing that they wanted to have in originally, and in the Versus, when it was originally Versus 13, they had this in the trailer. And it's when you're deciding what weapon you want, it actually appears above your head. So yeah, you've got like your 3 or 4 different weapons and they're all above your head, and then you pick which one, and then that's when it appears in Noctis' hand. So that's kind of all the gameplay sides of it. The other thing they showed was glitches and things that they're working, well, glitches and bugs they're getting out, how they're progressing with the game. And this is going to be the last active town report, because actually the game is pretty much there. It's more about getting it from the PCs to the console versions and making sure that it runs smoothly, etc. But the last thing they mentioned is there's going to be a big event in Los Angeles, March 30th. Okay, I checked, March 30th is a Wednesday, kind of odd. Obviously for us here in Europe, it's going to be like really early hours of the morning, probably like 3 or 4 AM, so won't be staying up. But people in Europe, what they did say is, because we're probably not going to be able to watch it live, they may give us an extra few details or something along those lines. But they have said that at this big event called Uncovered Final Fantasy 15, I believe, they're going to announce the release date, the price, and what will be included in the game, and also talk about the next playable tech demo. And that's just 4 things off the bat that they're definitely mentioning. But a release date, he still said it is going to be this year. So finally, we could be saying by March 30th that we will have a release date for Final Fantasy 15. How long has it taken? But I hope that holds up. Yeah, so that's kind of Final Fantasy 15 news, magic, the Niflheim base, the Niflheim hierarchy, characters, quite a lot to go on. It got me like even more hyped for the game, because I know we've not had as many videos recently on Final Fantasy 15, but I wanted to wait until we actually had some more like concrete information. So yeah, just to let you guys know, and hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys soon.